Hello everyone. Happy weekend. Sorry it's been a while since I made a video, but I've um, been trying to get a lot done this weekend and hope to include you guys in some of those other things. I guess the main thing I wanted to report on is that I have been in the process of applying to be a Shipt shopper, and I'm not sure if you have Shipt in your area, but around us, Shipt is a grocery shopping and delivery service at a couple of our local stores, the Meijer grocery store and Target's. Um, and where I live, it's just sort of outside of the big metropolitan area. I mean, it's very much outside the big metropolitan area, but in my little suburb town, I'm very close to the grocery stores, and I'm sort of in an area where there are three of these same stores, five if you count the Targets as well. And it kind of puts me, what I thought, in a very good opportunity for doing this. And I've used Shipt myself. I have lots of friends who use Shipt to get their groceries delivered occasionally. And I really think it's an incredible service and a way to really help people out. And I've read a lot of reviews and a lot of different frequently asked questions, both on the shopper side and on the client side. And I was really excited to get started. The application process was not very challenging for me because of the fact that my husband's computer is already set up. There are 3 video questions like interview questions, and it's not that the questions are hard, but I do think that if you didn't already have like a desktop set up the way we do with a camera like facing for filming to take place, it might be harder for you. I'm not sure about applying from a cell phone. I assume most people have cameras on their cell phone to be able to do that. So maybe that would be just as easy. It's just, it's not the way I did it. So there's a couple like short answer, like essay questions we would call them, but they're short answer, a paragraph or something, a couple sentences really. And you don't get much feedback on your answers. I mean, but they basically want to know, like, what would you do in certain circumstances, particularly if an item being requested is seemingly out of stock. They want to, I assume, want to hear that you will ask about it, maybe check another area, because a lot of times there is some in the back. So anyhow, you go through this application process, and then once you get accepted, you wait for a package to come through the mail for you. And in that package is a Shipt shirt. I don't know if you can see mine. This is mine. One comment on the Shipt shirt, I got a size, I don't think it's a 2X. I think it's called an XXL, which is different than a 2X. But because I figured maybe if they were unisex or men's, I wouldn't want it to be like massive. But mine fits perfectly. And I'm not disappointed. I'm glad that it fits perfectly, but I definitely could have taken it bigger. So I guess keep that in mind, especially since it's winter where I am. It is a straight up t-shirt. So you might want to wear like a long sleeve, thermal under it or something like that. So just maybe order a size up. Especially if your shape has curves to it, I guess, or if you're in a colder climate where you're going to be shopping with like a long john shirt underneath. The other thing in the package is your Shipt Shopper credit card. And it's almost like a prepaid credit card. And once that comes in the mail, once those things are in the mail, that is when you can start shopping. And mine was set to arrive Saturday. It is, a week away from the holidays, basically. My husband is around to help manage my household when I'm not. And the weather's good right now, so I kind of jumped both feet in. Both feet in, is that how they say that? And I just started putting myself on the schedule and accepting orders. And I've actually done 5 orders at this point. I'm waiting to deliver one. I really flew through the order. it's a little hard to gauge. So you download the Shipt Shopper app, and before you have your package, your shirt, and your card, it's kind of hard to explore the app. It seems like it kind of locks you out before you have your card, which makes sense. They don't want you on the schedule if you don't have the card to start paying for it, or the shirt to identify yourself. So I didn't really get to explore with it. And because I basically opened my package, opened my phone, and like started adding myself to the schedule for the next couple of hours, because that was a good time for me to do that last night, I started getting like sort of like, they're called promo orders, where basically no one has picked up this order, no other shopper has accepted it, and basically it becomes sort of a time game where the order is nearly in danger of not being able to be delivered in the time window that the people asked. So the company Shipt puts a promo price on it, meaning, you know, a few dollar bonus incentive in addition to the regular pay, to get shoppers to say, oh yeah, I can do that. So I didn't really realize I won't say emergent, the fast-paced nature of accepting these promos. If it has a promo, it's already almost too late to get this done, based on the delivery time, the busyness of the store, the busyness of the checkouts. So the first like 4 or 5 orders, I took these promo orders because I didn't have any other offers. And I shopped 3 orders last night that were more groceries than I have ever fit into a cart. You know, people wanting 2 liters of soda and gallons of juice and things for Christmas. You could just tell they're for Christmas parties and Christmas punches or holiday parties, and lots of baking supplies and little tiny particular things like sprinkles and mint extract and almond extract. And I really do have a good sense of my grocery store, so I definitely know kind of the secret hiding places to look if something's not stocked. But I was asking frequently store associates, I guess, if they could go check for additional things for me, and I got lucky. I think every time I asked, they found something for me, with the exception of almond extract. So I guess that, and I've been to now 2 different grocery stores shopping. Oh, 3 now, actually, in my sort of community here, in the next touching communities. And none of them actually have the almond extract, just because I peeked because I was curious. I guess it's kind of been on short supply. A couple people, like store associates, had said that it hasn't been around for months, actually. So all in all, I would say it's going pretty well. I really like it. It's kind of fun. I told my husband it's like a real life video game, and I appreciate it because it gets me out of the house. It gets me some exercise. I've been lifting a ton of stuff. This definitely is not a thing to do for the faint of heart or feeble body, because it's exactly what you... Sorry, I'm also drinking a little... I picked myself up a massive jug of the Starbucks cold brew. Oh my gosh. In the camera, I just saw this. Looking really quickly, I thought it said decaf, and I was like, ugh. Side note, I like cold brew because I am a person with headaches, and I really find that French press coffee, I tend to get headaches from, and I can't seem to avoid it. And it's hard to send it through another filter if you make it at home. And cold brew, I guess, is supposed to like extract the stuff differently, so it's not nearly as acidic or something. So I do really enjoy cold brew. Okay, so yes, very heavy orders. It's been a very athletic thing. Some of these carts were so heavy, I could barely push them. And the thing about the promo orders is that you can't see the actual shopping list until you've already accepted it. And because the promo orders are running out of time to be delivered appropriately, basically you've got to look and shop at the same time instead of kind of looking, planning, being like, oh, that's a lot of 2 liters. I better go get those first so they're on the bottom of the cart. You don't get to do that with the promo orders. Now, the couple orders that I've had so far today, none of them were promo orders. They were all like offered orders, I think is what they say. And that's because I put myself on the schedule and there was orders to sort of dispatch me on that I could accept. So overall, I really enjoy the flexibility. There's definitely a few gear or supply things that I wish I had that I don't right now, or that I'm, trying to remember to gather. The things I do have, maybe I'll do like a little video on like Shipt Shopper pro tip gear. Just so you know, I guess the very first thing I would say is a charged phone. You will go through phone battery so hardcore. I almost ran out of battery on a couple of my shops. My phone's also dicey. So that's the number one thing, because you're probably texting back and forth with the client more than a dozen times on a big order. And yeah, that's the number one thing. The second thing would be water for yourself to drink, or whatever you prefer to drink. And the other thing would be a hoodie or pants with pockets. I found myself putting my phone in my pockets when I walk away from the cart when it's too heavy to turn or to push. I have the grocery produce plastic bags in one pocket. And then when you are checking out, you, as the shopper, keep the receipt. You do not give it to your clients because it's an arrangement between Shipt and the store, where Shipt pays certain prices, but then Shipt also charges the client a different price. So basically, they don't want you to put in the customer's face exactly how much you paid versus how much they were being charged. So it's no secret. Shipt clients are charged between 10 and 20% more per item than they are in the store. So if you went to shop yourself, you would pay 10 to 20% less than a Shipt Shopper delivery order. That extra 10 to 20% is what's used to fund Shipt as a company, and then the shoppers themselves. And let's see what else. But yeah, those are my 3 main tips. Have a hoodie, or pants with pockets, so you can put the receipts and grocery bags in your phone, and a charged phone, and water for yourself. Those are very, very important, I found. All right. Excuse me. Well, more later. I'm hoping that this delivery can be delivered now. I've been waiting. I haven't heard back from the person, so I didn't want to deliver early. You're really not supposed to deliver early. I just really flew through the last order. So again, there's 3 of these Meijer stores in my sort of zone, I think they call it. And the one where I did these last 2 orders so quickly is the one I go to all the time. In some people's lists, it just kind of makes sense. If they don't need like a lot of individual things and just kind of like duplicates of certain things, it definitely goes faster than you might think, or budget. So I didn't mean to be early, but I am. So I don't want to upset the customer, and I don't want to deliver too early. It is a Sunday morning here, so just kind of hanging loose, making a video for you guys, and getting ready for my next adventure. But yes, overall, Shipt shopping, very flexible in terms of the schedule, but I think you have to want it, because I guess I could do maybe a more complete like income disclosure type thing once I have something more to report. But you kind of have to want the thrill of the hunt and like that mystery of, am I going to get a tip on this order? Because I can say that in the 5 orders I've done, I've only gotten 1 tip, which we are paid by Shipt shipped per order, and it's 7.5% of the order total. So on a huge order, that's still not like a ton, but if you like it, if you have access to a vehicle that you don't mind putting miles on, that's the other thing, is keeping track of the miles for like taxes and stuff. I gotta find a better way to do that. But anyway, you're not being paid crazy good. It's kind of the thrill of the hunt of whether or not you would get a tip. And I really do still believe in the goodness of people, that might be something people come through with eventually. You have the opportunity on the app to add a tip. I'm not sure for how long after the order's delivered, but we'll see. Not too worried about it one way or another. And I guess that's about it. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to get back to you guys with some additional footage of other things this weekend. Thanks. Bye.